Welcome, everybody, to this month's Lunch and Learn. I'm going to ask everybody to mute while we are hearing the presentation, and then we will open up for personal questions. I'll shut off the recording at that point so you can be as honest as you need to be. So I'm going to suggest that if it's close by, gather your frankincense and any oils and supplies you might want to use for DIY rollers or sprays. The focus this Lunch and Learn is on frankincense. Frankincense happens to be our free product of the month of June 2025, and it is such a tremendous oil. I thought it was worth dedicating this Lunch and Learn to the beauty of frankincense and all that it can do for us. So I'm hoping that I can help you get your own free frankincense this month as well. It's a $45 value for a small bottle oil. Now, who do you know who might have daddy issues? Feel abandoned, unloved, or unprotected? As you learn from this Zoom, keep in mind anyone who may be dealing with any of these situations we covered today, and can you find a way to share the information with them? I'll be sending the replay out via email, and you can always forward that email on to anyone else that you think could benefit from any of this information or from doTERRA in general. Perhaps sharing the follow-up email or copy pasting the video link and texting or Facebook messaging them as well. That could work if you don't have their email address. How grateful might they be to learn it and have a pure, effective solution finally? Now, have you been a part of a religion that has used frankincense in its ceremonies and traditions? Almost every religion has used frankincense in their rituals and spiritual practices. My dear friend um, loved frankincense, absolutely loved it, and said it reminded her of going to Mass when they would wave the incense burners in the church. And she diffused frankincense all the time and felt really safe doing that. Frankincense will actually reveal deceptions or false truths. Frankincense invites us to let go of lower vibrations. We're all vibrating beings, remember. And so when we're stuck in the negative moods or the negative emotions, we will be vibrating lower. Um, it will also help us to get rid of negativity and deceptions. What might that mean for you or for other people? Frankincense also helps us to recall spiritual understanding, gifts, wisdom, and acknowledges what the soul brought into our world. Frankincense is a powerful cleanser of spiritual darkness. It helps us pull the barriers from our mind, our eyes, and our heart. By connecting our soul with its inner light, frankincense reveals the truth. Frankincense supports creating a healthy attachment to one's father. It helps our spiritual awakening and for use to feel the love of the divine. When we feel abandoned or forgotten, it reminds us we are loved and protected. Who can't use that, right? We've all had our moments when we have felt unloved and unprotected, or we're in situations where we're around difficult people. I hear about that all the time, and this is one thing that can definitely help. Despite being incredibly powerful, frankincense is also extremely gentle, like a loving father who nurtures, guides, and protects. Frankincense shields the body and soul from negative influences and assists the soul in its spiritual evolution. Do you need help to meditate or relax? Frankincense easily enhances prayer and meditation, opening spiritual channels that help us connect to the divine. Through the light and power of frankincense, we can draw closer to divinity, healthy masculinity, and we're all partly feminine and masculine, by the way. And so if you've been looking to gain strength or assertiveness, or in some cases, even aggressiveness, um, or the grandeur of your true self, you want to be using frankincense. Now, how can we use it? Well, we can use it from the bottle by taking 4 to 5 deep breaths from it. I happen to have this little elastic tag thing on my cover, which I love. It helps me find it in my collection rather quickly. So I'm going to smell it 4 to 5 breaths. You can also use it. Now, that's a quick and easy way, but you've got to have the bottle with you, of course. Another quick and easy way to use frankincense is in a small diffuser. Well, any diffuser, really, but this is a small one that I've had from the past. And normally it would plug in, go to the outlet. But what you'll use is probably in this size, and it'll go for 8 to 12 hours. You can use 3 to 5 drops right in the water, and you don't need much water. And what happens then? Everyone in the room gets the benefits of the frankincense or whatever oils you mix with it. And by the way, we're never going to get in trouble when we mix and match our oils. They don't cancel each other out and they don't create problems from mixing and matching. We can also take it and rub it onto our hands and inhale. So again, I'm taking the cover off and I'm going to put it in my hands. And then I'm going to rub. And then I'm going to inhale from cupped hands. And then I can even rub it on my neck, on the back of my neck especially. I like it up close to my brain stem. I can put it on my pulse points, rubbing here at my wrists, or even here, wherever I want to put it. It's so great when we use it topically. And you can even rub it onto the crown of your head. And sometimes I will even put oils in my hair, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I can also put it on the forehead, behind the ears, the bottoms of the feet, and 1 to 3 drops will be enough for that. You can even internally use frankincense by taking a drop or two. And so I'm going to show you a thumb drop right now. A thumb drop is where you take your thumb, put it over the top of the bottle, tip it over once, and what you have on your thumb is smaller than a regular drop. I call it the thumb drop. And then what you can do is literally hold that thumb right to the roof of your mouth for about 30 seconds. Or if you dare to, you can always tip the bottle back under your tongue for 1 to 3 drops that will come out. And you can also use it in a capsule, which I forgot to grab some empty capsules to show you. But doTERRA does sell a big bottle of, I think it's 160 veggie caps. You can always put however many drops you want in there, 1 to 3 drops is probably sufficient for what you'll need. And you can also put it in your water. I drink oils in my water always, and depending on what I'm looking for in terms of a benefit from the oils. So frankincense will help us to feel loved, protected, wiser. Thanks for joining, Joyce. If you can just please mute, that would be wonderful. And so, frankincense is going to help us to be more spiritually open and feel connected to the Father, the divine, to God, or to our own Father. So that's what you really want. As you use frankincense, it makes really good sense to declare some kind of a statement, which is kind of called an affirmation or a mantra. And, or you can, I'm going to give you 5 different ones right here, and you can use one or more than one. You can change it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact anyway. And so you can create your own if you wish to go along with your use of frankincense. So the first one I'm going to tell you is I am now seen, heard, and approved of. And this is really good for when people are feeling not so confident, or if they're feeling like people aren't listening, you can declare that, and that will be very helpful. A second one is I now embrace my worth and invite loving connections into my life. A third affirmation could be I am worthy of being safe and protected. Or I am grateful for being safe and protected. You know, when we express gratitude, there's something magical about what it does to our moods and to our sense of confidence and our sense of self. Another affirmation could be I embrace masculinity with balance and strength. And then a final one I offer to you, and again, I'm just offering these ideas and you can take them and use them however you wish. I invite deeper spiritual understanding and choose a path of wisdom and enlightenment. So I do actually have a little meditation that I thought might be nice for us to try before we go over some DIYs. And so I just need to find it here on my phone again. Um, okay, what happened to it? Maybe it's not in that one. Hang on a second. It might be in a different app. No, it tells me I should be there. So let me look and see what I've messed up already. Um, oh, there it is, right there. So if you have the Essential Emotions app, which I highly encourage and recommend, I think it's a 14.99 purchase, a flat purchase. And it's got a section in there on meditations. For each oil, you can literally meditate to any of our oils. So the one for frankincense goes like this. So if you want to find a quiet spot where you can be still and at ease, and close your eyes gently as you take a deep breath. Invite the grounding essence of frankincense to envelop you. As you exhale, release any falsehoods or deceptions that may have clouded your vision, allowing yourself to open to the light of truth. If you have frankincense oil, open the bottle and breathe it in. Imagine frankincense as a guiding light, here to help you see clearly and truthfully. This sacred oil is your ally in revealing deceptions, inviting you to let go of negativity and lower vibrations. As you breathe in its powerful yet gentle aroma, feel it pulling away the scales of darkness from your eyes, dissolving the barriers in your mind and softening the walls around your heart. Frankincense reconnects you with your inner light, helping you see the truth that has always been within you. Frankincense recalls to memory the spiritual understanding, gifts, and wisdom that your soul brought into this world. As you continue to breathe clearly and deeply, visualize this oil enhancing your spiritual awareness, opening your heart and mind to the knowledge that is your birthright. Frankincense is here to cleanse away spiritual darkness, replacing it with clarity, wisdom, and a profound connection to your true self. This is your time to strengthen your spiritual connection, especially with the divine and your sense of healthy masculinity. As you breathe in the nurturing energy of frankincense, feel it guiding you to create a healthy attachment with your father or father figures, whether earthly or divine. If you have ever felt abandoned or forgotten, let frankincense remind you you are deeply loved and protected. Imagine the oil enveloping you like a loving father, shielding your body and soul from negative influences and guiding you gently toward spiritual evolution. Frankincense is a powerful enhancer of prayer and meditation, opening spiritual channels that allow you to connect more deeply with the divine. As you continue to breathe, feel these channels expanding, allowing divine light and wisdom to flow freely into your being. Trust in the power of frankincense to draw you closer to divinity, helping you to align with your true self and the grandeur that lies within. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling the enlightening and protective energy of frankincense settling within you. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes, carrying with you a renewed sense of truth, wisdom, and spiritual connection as you move through your day. Thank you for taking this time to embrace the truth within you. Remember that frankincense is here to support you in revealing the light of truth, guiding you toward wisdom, protection, and a deeper connection with the divine. Well, if you've never meditated before, that is a great first start. And like I said, that particular app called Essential Emotions is wonderful for helping us to be guided in meditation. So now I do have some suggestions for some DIYs. And the first one, and by the way, these roller bottles, these are 10 milliliter roller bottles. And at my home event on Thursday here in Cumberland Forside, we'll be using 5 milliliter bottles. So they'll be half this size. They are more this size, okay? So you can get, I think it's a pack of, I should have looked this up, 4 or 6 for I think 3.98, 4.98, something like that, right on the doTERRA website. And so what you get is an empty bottle. It's a roller top, obviously. And why do we like rollers? Joyce, can you unmute for a second and tell us why we like rollers?
I don't know, they're easy and you can put them almost anywhere. And
Absolutely.
and you get a constant amount.
Yes, yes, it's very good. It's really good, and it's also convenient to carry. You can put these in your
Yeah.
purse, your pocket. They're a little bit bigger than a lip gloss, so they're very convenient. And you can make your own anytime you want. If you, and I always encourage people, don't throw these away. You can always wash them out really well and relabel them, and I think it's a great deal. Now, the doTERRA's rollers that I believe all of them now are touch rollers. Um, all of them I think are touch rollers now. They are perfectly diluted for skin sensitivity, for age. You know how some people will have like skin that bruises or tears really easily? It's perfect for any age. In fact, a new baby can use our rollers and be perfectly safe. In fact, frankincense, the oil itself, has been used by many people I know right at birth, putting a drop right on the newborn baby's forehead as a way to kind of anoint them for life. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. So, using these rollers will always be the safest thing if you have sensitive skin at all. Because if it's diluted, it's not going to irritate or cause any kind of a rash or redness or anything like that. So the first one I want to mention, and by the way, I got these little Avery labels right at Walmart the other day. So there's several on a page, and you just pull them off like this, and you can before you pull them off though, I encourage people, like in my home event, I'll encourage them with multiple markers to just write the name of the roller on there, and if they want to write the name of the oil, or if they have some cap stickers, I also encourage people, and I don't, do I have one here? I don't think I have an oil right here made up that has cap stickers on it, but I put the cap stickers somewhere around here on the middle, and then I'll cover it with tape, with clear magic tape, so it protects it from any oil dripping on it from the label running off. So I do that all the time. And you want to label your rollers, people. Please don't think you'll remember what they are. I can't decipher. If I had a ball, I had a customer once who got started with doTERRA, and she said, Roxanne, I've got a baggie full of oils that have no labels on them. Can you tell me what they are? I couldn't tell her a single one because I don't know if I'm nose blind or what, but I couldn't, and be sure of it. Be sure of it. I mean, I could take some guesses, but, and especially if they weren't doTERRA, I'm not sure I would have a clue. But anyway, label your rollers. Always label them. So the first one I'm going to tell you about is a blend for anxiousness. And every one of these suggestions for DIY today have frankincense as part of the recipe. So I also, those of you who are not in my Facebook private team page called Roxanne's doTERRA Family, you want to join that page because 3 times a month I'm doing giveaways, and I often give away these oil keys. These are little gadgets that will help you get your tops off your bottles and put them back on easily. So this one, it's already put together, so I'm going to just take off the top. And basically, you're just sort of prying it off. You could do it with a sharp knife, but then you might cut yourself, or you might cut part of the roller top. And so here's the roller top, and here's the cover, obviously. And so here I've got my empty bottle. And so what you're going to do with this blend, whoops, luckily that was covered. I have spilled some oils in the past, believe me. So you take your bottle, and you're going to put in to this roller 5 drops each of frankincense, copaiba, and adaptive. I'm sorry, 5 drops each of frankincense and copaiba and 15 drops of adaptive. So I'm going to put them in. I'm going to count my drops, and you just have to tip it about 30 degrees and count your drops carefully. And then when you're done putting in your oil, then you will take your fractionated coconut oil, which you can buy this little pump top, and it makes really good sense to buy the pump top. It's like $2.50 from doTERRA. And so then you stick the top in and start pumping away. You pump until you fill, and this is what I'll say, top it off with fractionated coconut oil, which we call capital FCO, fractionated coconut oil. And I will say top it off to the shoulder of the bottle. So the shoulder is this little lip here where the place to screw on your top goes. So that's the shoulder of the bottle. You just go that far, because if you go further up, you might spill some mixture when you push your roller top back in. Okay. And so what you can do with that, after you've got that roller made, you can roll it onto anywhere you want. Except you never want to put anything in your eye or super close to your eye where just normal sweat would sweep the oil into your eye, because it will hurt, it won't burn or ruin anything. It's not going to damage your tissues at all because of the natural um, aspect of our oils. Excuse me. But it won't feel comfortable. And why do you need to be uncomfortable, right? If you should accidentally get an oil in your eyes, the best thing to do is pour some milk directly in your eye. That will totally desensitize that pain. Similar to like if you get an eyelash in your eye, it would hurt like that, and nobody needs that. So you can also pour fractionated coconut oil in your eye too, but then you got to wipe up the oil off your face, and it's going to be a little messier than milk. Okay. So I strongly recommend that you never put this directly into your ear canal or up your nose. Never ever do that, because that tissue is just so sensitive. It's going to hurt. I just don't want you to hurt. So you can put it on the bottoms of your feet. You, especially if it's an oil you don't like the smell of, put it on the bottoms of your feet, because then it's further away from your nose and you're not going to get in trouble, okay, with smelling it and being turned off and so forth. The next DIY is a roller for moderate joint discomfort. So I have to be compliant on this because it will go out to YouTube. But moderate joint discomfort, and you can kind of translate the way you want to on that or ask me what I mean. But anything that you can think of that would give you joint discomfort more intensely. You're going to put into your 10 milliliter roller 8 drops of frankincense and 15 drops of deep blue oil. Okay, deep blue oil is a small bottle oil with a child-safe cap on the top, and it's a powerful, achy, sore muscle and joint blend. Again, you're going to top it off with fractionated coconut oil, roll it into your achy places. Like I roll mine onto my shoulders. I have some difficulty with my thumb joints, my hands, so I'll be and my knuckles, so I'll roll it here. 1 to 4 times a day, especially before bed. Remember, we heal when we sleep. So anything that's not feeling that great, if you can apply right before bed, it's going to help you for sure. The next DIY is a gratitude roller or diffuser blend. And I I decided to help you with the diffuser blend on this one just because a lot of people are doing a lot of complaining. And to me, that means they're not gratitude. They're not feeling grateful for a lot of things if the complaining is taking up so much of their airtime, basically. So it always helps us to feel grateful. It helps our moods. It helps our to feel less stressed, feeling grateful every day, having a gratitude practice of some type. I know myself, first thing when I wake up, I say what I'm grateful for. Usually it's something that happened the day before or something I'm looking forward to that day. Like today, I said I'm grateful for my Lunch and Learn Zoom today and the people that I can help. So, gratitude is a wonderful thing. And if you're living with somebody who has a lot of negative emotions, diffusing this blend is going to surprise you greatly because they'll benefit if they're in the room where the diffuser is going. So, how are you going to do it? In a roller, you're going to um, put 15 drops of frankincense and wild orange together in your roller, 15 drops each in the roller. Top it off with fractionated coconut oil. Or you can diffuse 3 to 5 drops of each in a regular diffuser. Or if you've got the big Dawn diffuser, which I have out in my kitchen area, I put in 10 to 12 drops of each because that goes for 24 hours. I stop and start it, but it'll go for a total of 24 hours, which is fabulous. So that's your gratitude blend, either for the roller or for your diffuser. Now, some of us have problems with cravings. Could be chocolate, could be coffee, could be fried food, whatever it is. Some people have cravings for things like gambling or sex or other things that are starting to get in the way of their daily life. So this is a cravings blend of copaiba, and I'm showing you my little copaiba that I got free last month. Um, Copaiba and frankincense. So 15 drops each of copaiba and frankincense, or again, because a lot of us have cravings and we can all benefit from diffusing it, 3 to 5 drops in our diffuser, in the little one. For brain clarity, here's a blend that you can utilize hopefully really well. And this will be for brain fog, for feeling overwhelmed, for feeling confused easily, or just having too much to do, and to try and clear up your mind. You're going to put in a 10 milliliter roller. This is a lot fewer drops. So 3 drops of frankincense, ylang ylang, which is a big bottle oil, ylang ylang. 2 drops of cedar wood, and Melissa, where's my Melissa? Melissa's another small bottle oil. Very powerful oil, by the way. It's one of our more expensive oils, but it's super powerful, which I can't really tell you online. Some of the things that it can help, but it's powerful. Melissa, and then 5 drops of wild orange. And so all those drops will go into your roller and then top it off with fractionated coconut oil and start rolling it on. And that one is one I would definitely use on the back of my neck just because it's up close to my brain and I want my brain to feel that really quickly. And then my last blend I'm going to teach you about today is for cognitive improvement. Think about who you know who might be having trouble, especially with short-term memory. Um, or maybe it's beyond that right now. But this will be super helpful. 5 drops each in your roller of Melissa, frankincense, and patchouli. Patchouli is an oil, either you love it or you hate it. Even though I say you either love it or you hate it, I'm used to it now. And I know some people who cannot stand it, and I know some people who absolutely love it. So patchouli is another one that you might end up, because it's in that blend, you might want to put it on the bottoms of your feet, depending on what you're looking for. So remember, frankincense also is superior for healthy cell growth and development. think now what might not be a healthy cell growth, right? It's great for healthy immune and inflammatory responses. It's good for any trauma. It's terrific for any skin irritations, wrinkles, and other skin stuff. Great for discomfort of any kind, sadness, nervousness, and postpartum issues. It's very, very supportive of the liver, respiratory tract, and breast tissue. Any women's issues. It's great for warts and bites. Super helpful, as we've learned already, for prayer, meditation, and focus. So, with using frankincense, you're going to feel more unified rather than separated. What else might you wonder if Frank can help with? So our next Lunch and Learn will be Tuesday, July 8th, and my next home event, because I offered this up for people doing my home event this month. In case they couldn't make it to my house, they could get the same basic um, experience through this Zoom. Will be July 10th. And remember, questions and answers will be answered off the recording. So I'm going to stop the recording now.